What's up, guys? Happy Friday afternoon slash evening. Hope you guys have been having a good week. Welcome to your physics class, Friday edition. Kicking it off with some Silver and Blood, talking vampires, time travel, whatever craziness is happening in the current event. In the second half, we'll be getting into Nikke and some more discussion there. While people are just joining, let me ping the Discord, post some links. If you've already joined, then you're ahead of the game. Let's see. Yo, people are like filling up the chat on my Discord. Screenshots all over the place. Okay, let's see. At everyone streaming. And let's grab some links. We'll get YouTube link, and we'll get Twitch link, there we go. Send now. I'll also post this over here on the Silver and Blood official Discord. Let's see, share videos and streams. Where is that? Yeah, videos and streams. There we go. Oh, what happened? What happened? Lone Syndicate is a member on YouTube for 24 months. That is the first 2-year anniversary membership. Dude, that's crazy. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much for supporting me for 2 years as a cultured graduate. He says, 2 years, finally got my bachelor's degree in physics. I have the great teacher Sparks to thank for it. And then spams various emojis that are members only with Rapunzel and Bunny Viper. Love to see it. Dude, that's crazy. Okay, by the way, congrats on the new badge that you have now for 2 years. I'm actually making a custom one. So for your 24 months / 2 years, expect that to change in the near future. Currently it's the default one, but 2 years gets a special one, but I just haven't gotten it uploaded yet. But thank you. All right, so that's a cool way to start off the stream. But let me get back to whatever the heck I was doing. There we go. All right, yeah. Shout out to everybody here. Anybody who's lurking or on Twitch or YouTube, wherever you're at. Just got Pavana a couple days ago. So excited for her. Took a lot of grinding to get her. I don't know if I'm going to go for copies of her, but it's cool to have her. She's got a pretty nice design. I'm using her as my profile picture. Wait a minute, what do I have? Why do I have this alert? Do I have a new background? Do I have a new frame? Oh, I do have a new frame. Oh, it's for the event. I'm not sure I'm into that, but we'll use it for the moment. All right, sure. This is also the new event wallpaper. This one's pretty cool. We got our vampire Noah here playing chess with the alchemist over here. This is very, very vibey. I love it. Welcome any first-time people to the channel. Gonna pick up some equivalent of core dust there for free. Yo, double divine blood drops day. That's pretty great. I will take it. All right. Who else is in chat? So Lone Syndicate, obviously. We got Togashi Jack. YouTube Supremacy. 24 months, that certainly is a number. Yeah. It's been a while. So, I mean, and I believe Lone Syndicate is a day oneer. If not, like a first week, at least, of when I started offering memberships. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. Vic says, I am 2 minutes late, but what's up? Welcome to class, Vic. What's up, what's up? 2 minutes is within, like, you know, some flex time. I won't mark you as tardy for that. Lone Syndicate says custom member badge. Hell yeah. I can't wait to flex on everybody. Yeah. I think I miscalculated because I wanted to have that ready before anybody got a 2-month. And I think we had recently celebrated some like 20-month or 22-month. So I thought I still had a little bit of time. But I'll get up there as soon as I can. Vic asks, am I going to do Stella polls? I don't think so. I think I've decided against polling for Stella. Not because she's bad by any means. By all accounts, it looks like she's pretty good. But I just don't think I need her. I'm not sure like what I would actually do with Stella. Like the one thing that's tempting about it is that she is a unique damage type. So it kind of feels like, oh, I don't want to let that go by. But I have to assume, you know, she's probably like the first of many. Like, there's no way she's just going to forever be the only like piercing damage, right? At least that's my cope. And so I think I want to like keep saving my resources for more units that look like I'm either like a huge fan of their design, or speaking of huge fan of their design, I would get this Cessia, the pass, because I mean, the pass, you get a bunch of pulls, and this Cessia skin is great, but I don't have Cessia yet. So, yeah. But anyway, if there's a new unit that has like a really good design that I like, or character I'm a fan of, or they're like really OP, I think I want to save for that. Whereas, where's she at? Stella looks solid. Definitely looks solid. But I don't think there's any particular reason why you like need Stella. You know, she doesn't like move the game forward a ton, which is good. We don't want to get like a long string of like insane units, right? Because we just got Quinn, which is the best tank in the game. And just before that, we got Timeless Iona, which is by far just the best unit in general in the game. So I'm glad that, you know, we're kind of like pulling it back. Stella can be a useful unit, a unique unit. But again, I don't think it's something that we like need to get. Particularly, I think if you have Timeless Iona, then you really don't need to worry about it. If you don't have Timeless Iona, then I would probably be a lot more tempted to pull a copy for her, because she does do good damage from what I've seen. And you do get, you know, the unique damage type. And so I'd probably go for her. But if you have Timeless Iona, then I think it's like, all right, you can pass if you're not just like a big fan of her, you know? Lone Syndicate says, yep, one day as soon... I'm getting way behind on chat here. He says, day one, as soon as you announce channel memberships, first stream you were on. Nice. Let's see. Togashi Jack says, I'm going to try and finish your work on Just Do It spreadsheet this weekend, hopefully, maybe. Hey, Jack, by the way, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Appreciate all the work that you're putting in. Great being proactive. I would prefer you did it on a separate page, though. So if you could, like, port that over, I'll send you a DM, though. We don't need to, like, talk about this on chat. But anyway... thanks for being a valuable member of the union. Let's see, what else? Fernan Alonso, first time chatter, I think, says, what you mean you need all them waifus to fill the Pokedex? Dude, thankfully, I'm taking a bit of a casual approach on this game. Still, you know, doing my testing and my research and doing what I can. But if I go like full on collector mode on this, I'm going to go crazy because I can't keep up with like that many gachas on that level. You know what I mean? Quinn is better than Bella. Dang. I mean, I'm sure, Vic, you probably watched my video on like the best SSR units in the game. And I think it's arguable. Kind of depends on exactly what situation you're in. But they're pretty much equal, and I would say in like pure tanking ability, Quinn is like slightly better. But yeah. Lone Syndicate says, you will say, Sparks, you don't watch mini streams in general, but let alone some, and become let alone sub and become a channel member for just wanting to say you enjoy the content a lot and keep up the good work. Thank you, Lone Syndicate. That's like an awesome endorsement. Thanks for gassing up the channel, saying that you rarely tune into streams or like become a member of anything, but you like chose my channel. That's pretty cool. That means a lot. Let's go to the Starry Wilderness. Do I need to do anything here? I don't think I do. Long time no see, Sparks. Judgment Kazi in chat. Nice. What's up? Would have watched the streams, but you got in a motorcycle crash. Yikes. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're at least here in chat. I hope it wasn't too bad. Hopefully everybody involved is okay. That kind of thing is always scary, for sure. Let's see. Amatsu says, if you have Summer Bella, you're good. I mean, I don't know if Summer Bella is necessarily like a comparable unit to Stella. I think they have different roles. Summer Bella is very, very good. That's for sure. Fleeting Bella. Let's see. Vic says, for me, you think a better sustain / healer. SR Iona is good. Dude, SR Iona is a very good healer. Definitely. I talked about that in a video as well. But high deficit campaign, you're thinking you want to focus on using your pulls on getting a better healer, get enough tanks, timeless Iona, etc. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, for any of your pulls, yeah, I don't think if you're really trying to push high deficit, like getting Stella is going to be the answer for you. I agree. Not a first timer. Fernand says, not a first timer. You have helped me a lot in nikke PvP. Okay. Well, sorry, I didn't recognize you. New gacha, is this like a beta or full game? It's full game. Judgment, it's been out a couple months now. It's basically nikke, but gothic horror. So you got like vampire waifus instead. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, you mean both of them together? Yes, Summer Bella and Stella are good. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Also, Summer Bella and Timeless Iona are extremely good. Okay, so our next council meeting regarding spending funds to promote upper class education in the castle. Okay. We're gonna promote higher education here. Let's see, Judgment Kazi says, no cards involved, you just went too fast and hit a highway guardrail with your body at 70 miles per hour, got away with only a broken ankle. Oof, alright, well I'm glad nobody else was involved. Sounds like maybe you slid and like the bike crushed your ankle, or like you went feet first into the guardrail and that's why your ankle broke. Either way, probably got off fortunate with that. Again, glad it wasn't worse. What's up, Dr. Eagles? Welcome to the stream. And what's up, Dr. Eagles? Welcome to the stream. Quincy Boobas, always appreciated. Although other Iona you think is only other healer is Seth. Well, there's a few different healers in the game, but Starry-Eyed Iona is probably the best overall like healer support kind of unit. And yes, Seth is an extremely good healer as well, and probably the strongest out of just like pure healing ability. But Seth in particular can be a little harder to get. Anyway, a vassal has returned from their travels and shared insights on the noble education practices within the Alita family. What lessons should we have taken from their methods? Should we also provide similar education to our vassals? What are your thoughts on this? Bloodborne's skills only in battle and lacking their other talents will struggle to earn respect. It's true. It's true. Don't be a dum-dum. Read a book. Implementing noble education isn't as simple as it sounds. It requires substantial financial and talent investment. Oh boy, oh boy. Do we have the budget to send our vassals to college? Okay, let's see what the thoughts are. Okay, Octavia's for it. Bella is also for it. So is Quinn. So is Iona. Lamia, probably. We're going to say invest in education. There you go. Otavia liked it. Bella liked it. Quinn liked it. Iona liked it. Lamia, not so much. But, you know, it's hard to please Lamia. So 4 out of 5. That's good. That's good. We're pro education here on the Master Sparks channel. All right, affinity up to level 7 for Lamia. Nice. That's a milestone. Let's see. And Vic, there are other units that are like self-healers. But yeah, for like general healing. You also have, does Lamia like anything? That's a good question. She likes herself. She likes being praised. Another healer, general kind of purpose healer, is Adina. So that's someone you can consider as well. Adina is probably the closest analog to SR Iona, just like a slight upgrade to SR Iona. Okay, can we level anybody up? Level 26, 26. Level Potty? Yes.
Leave the rest to me.
And Piera. Oh, I got my first soul siphons. This is equivalent to like nikke core ups. So I'm at siphon level 1 for Piera. It's pretty cool. And then right after that, I got Otavia siphon level 1, which is great. This is the first game where I've actually had luck with my favorite character. Nikke, barely ever get a copy of Snow White. Etheria Restart, never got a copy of Doki Doki. But here in Silver and Blood, I've been pulling Otavia's. It's pretty great. It's the new vibe. All right, claim these. And ooh, why does Lamia have a? Oh, because I can go to the banquet or the parlor. And now go to the banquet. Reader journal. I mean, not like that, but you know. What's up, Bob? Welcome to the stream. Do I want to give anybody else? I think she's maxed. Yeah, okay. So I can't level up Timeless Iona or Acapella anymore. I'm almost to 10 with Quinn. We'll just, we'll give a little bit to Otavia. Just top her off there.
Oh, what? You don't look like much at all. Why in the world?
Okay, let's get into some stuff. Let's go to Among Strangers. So yet again, we have another time travel focused event. It's funny because this is a gothic horror game with like vampires as the main characters, and we got werewolves, we got alchemists and whatever. But I think honestly, like the true essence of this story is time travel, which I wasn't expecting as much. And there's been time travel like kind of throughout a lot of things and in the main story, but like time travel has been like a central theme to like nearly everything, which I didn't realize that like at its core Silver and Blood is really about time travel as opposed to gothic horror. Like it is about gothic horror, you know what I mean? But I would say if I had to pick like what it is primarily, it would be a time travel story. Okay, so this was my just like max bonus crew for the story to get the most like bonus crew rewards, but there's no way I'm gonna beat this trial with them. So let's take out these random units.
Are you sure?
And we're gonna put in the A team.
Past
past or future.
So we'll
Every
go
me
with
stands with you now,
Timeless
past or
Iona
future.
here.
Every me stands with you now.
Quinn. Acapella. Hello? Where'd she go? Just dragged her off the map by accident.
This is quite interesting.
And then
As you wish.
other Iona here. And Octavia
We fight
here. She's
to
not being
bring
targeted, is she? No. Okay, good. All right. Let's go. Oh, I didn't set up my burst. Oh, well, whatever. Amatsu says you never used Lamia. Lamia's strong. Lamia's good. I mean, like, depending on who you have, maybe you just, like, didn't want to, or not your style or whatever. But she's pretty great. She can deal pretty big magic damage, big AoE damage. Has like self-healing effect. I think the issue is with some events where you only need to make one, or some game modes where you only need to make one team, and you have Timeless Iona. Timeless Iona just outclasses Lamia, and honestly outclasses everybody. But yeah. Did I open that mold in time? Yes, Bob, I actually did, and thanks for that clarifying comment the other day. I did not get her, though. I did get a Starry-Eyed Iona, so that was cool. Speaking of Starry-Eyed Iona. And there you go. We got the clear on the trial. Okay. So let's grab some of these things, and then I got 2 more stages. Okay, so spoiler warning, we're gonna do the last 2 stages of the event. Okay, so there will be some story here for the side event. If you guys were playing every day, this should be like where you are. So this isn't like spoilers for the main campaign or spoilers for the story that you're like, you know, if you're caught up, this should be on time, but I just want to let you guys know for the next few minutes, we're gonna do these 2 stages, which will have story for the current event. Here we go.
According to Albrecht, this place, what was once a bell tower, now serves as a gateway to another world.
Oh, I gotta do auto. There we go.
Asta was the beginning of our descent towards the end. And perhaps it may yet become the place where salvation begins.
Can you guys hear the voice
acting?
acting? I think the sound level should be good.
Between the past and the future. I cannot say for certain whether I'll reach the other side.
Well, that's a
one
nice,
piece. But
nice
rather than await a
drawing
doomed
right there.
present, I'd rather entrust everything to the unknown other side. If I can reach Asta before it falls, I can still contact the other Albrecht. Even a single drop of water may be
Other
enough
Albrecht.
to alter the course of history.
It's actually something I want to talk about.
So it really was your Albrecht, the one from your world, who sent you to warn us?
Then why didn't he come himself?
Our world no longer has the Church's protection. Even Albrecht has lost the blessing of silver blood. The passage between worlds rends flesh from bone. And without immortality, he wouldn't survive the journey.
Then how did you cross over?
I was born from death itself. And long ago, death cast me aside.
Those constructs lack flesh and blood. They were never alive. That may be why they pass between worlds.
The whole
so
Stella
easily.
being a version of Noah
Slipping
is
through the
a
rift
pretty
at will.
interesting concept. Wasn't expecting a gender bender
Must
storyline.
we truly have this conversation here? Oh, the stench in this place is vile.
I endure it not because I must, but because I owe no explanations to the ignorant.
What's so special about a few jars and flasks?
Within every alchemist's workshop lie creations capable of reshaping the world.
So Full Rise is that powerful?
It's no exaggeration. To ordinary folk, an alchemist is a genius. But such geniuses often spend their lives crafting things meant to reshape the world. And here, in this man's workshop, those works lie scattered in plain view.
Enough talk.
Iona's getting excited.
Let this ancient genius tell us how we're meant to fend off those monsters.
Exactly. Didn't you once say you love to solve every problem? Then, solve this.
Fend them off. By my calculations, the probability of successful resistance is 0. As Miss Death had said, that world's mastermind has near limitless creative capacity. Even when I invoked Covenant just now, the results were clear. Our rate of elimination is vastly outpaced by their rate of creation.
What? So even you don't have a solution for us?
Got my hopes up for nothing. What a letdown.
So after all that clever talk, we're still the ones left to figure things out.
Oh, come on! We're wasting time here!
No, he hasn't finished speaking.
At last, someone who grasps the rhythm of my thought. Indeed,
Okay.
I said we cannot halt their invasion. But what if we turn the tide by invading their world instead?
Pardon the interruption, but
Oh, we got constructs.
So bold. To pursue all the way here, certain in the belief that you cannot be erased
What's up, Warlock?
or destroyed.
Welcome to the stream.
Very well. Allow me a moment to prepare. I leave the battlefield to you. Consider it your first trial. Let's see whether you're fit to be the key pieces in the strategy.
Albrecht is going to be our
I've begun
next
to design.
banner next week.
past or future.
Vic says, seems like they changed the 3D storytelling perspective, or is it on and off? Yeah, it just depends. Some will be 2D scenes like that, and then some will be like the 3D like zoomed out map. It just kind of depends on like what that specific event or like thing is happening. All right, so now we got to go back to the units that actually give you a bonus.
This is quite interesting.
The hour of execution has
Let's
come.
see.
I'll take care of these guys. Are you sure?
So I got to use like
Allow me to lend
a bunch of units that like these guys aren't even in the synchro, but that's okay. All right, we have 100% drop rate for our bonus items now.
Take this. Please, don't stand in my...
But yeah, alchemy is kind of interesting. Definitely like a theme of this like time period, and something that comes up a lot in Gothic horror stories. Kind of a precursor to modern scientific fields. Like it aimed to do a lot of the things that like modern chemistry, physics, and medicine does.
We cleared out all those metal scraps just so you could grab a bottle.
I realize this may be
Dude, it looks like there's a
difficult
galaxy
for
in
the
that
ignorant
bottle.
to grasp, but this bottle holds the entirety of Miss Death's world.
You mean...
Your world has been here from the start.
So this is what Iona meant by something that could change the world.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
So our method of invading that world is to squeeze ourselves into this bottle.
Why are you so quick to believe that? You really think my entire world fits inside this tiny bottle?
The silver-haired one is right. Yes. The other silver-haired one is wrong. No.
What are you getting at?
When you don't know how to answer a question, where should you seek the solution?
Men in Black logic, yeah, kind of.
The one who asked it, of course.
The El Dorado returns. Her whole
All right, last stage.
Then why bring us to this bell tower if we're meant to use this bottle?
How little you people understand what a ritual
Thing in Pooza
truly
is
entails.
large.
So what are you trying to do?
Perhaps Miss Death would have a better understanding.
So the bell tower Stella mentioned when she arrived.
This is the place.
The me from her world used this very bell tower as an anchor to drive her, the wedge, into ours. And now, through that same point, I shall invade their world in return.
But you said her world exists inside the porthole, didn't you?
Indeed. Every particle and everything that constitutes her world lies sealed within this bottle, forged by my own hand.
Then why not just smash the bottle? Wouldn't that wipe out all those metal scraps at once?
In any world, the one who creates it is not always the one who writes its laws.
Are you suggesting Eon is the same?
A bell ringer should know better than to even suggest such blasphemy. Honestly, I cannot say whether shattering the bottle would destroy that world, or quite the opposite. It may unleash its contents entirely, and invade this world instead. So, I propose we let this silver-haired young lady try. After all, it is her world.
This isn't something she should bear alone.
Then let us make proper use of the singularity she carried to this side. After all, it was the me from her world who uncovered it.
Sounds like that version of you is smarter.
If I'm not mistaken, time flows more swiftly in that world. He simply had longer to work.
He did mention it once. That a single bell toll here might span 10 years back home.
10 years?
Then your so-called mastermind has had far more time to create those tireless constructs.
So you're suggesting we enter that world and destroy the source that controls them all? If these things are alchemical in origin, powered by liquid catalysts, then destroying the mastermind might be the only way to end this.
That is why the me from over there sent our silver-haired guest to us. To face a mastermind like that would take at least 2 of me and 2 of you. Now, lead the way.
Again?
Nope.
Oh snap! It's a giant
Have
one.
I told this guy? Why did it come here?
We'll deal with this.
But you...
Even if we tried to stop you, you'd still go, wouldn't you?
Besides, I said we can't cross over anyway.
It's almost more like a alternate reality kind of story than even like time travel. I mean, a lot of time travel, or some time travel, kind of goes down the road of like saying that when you do travel back or forward in time, I mean, we're always traveling forward in time, but if you do travel back in time or skip to the future, you kind of like split to like a new timeline. But the fact that like we're always talking about like alternate versions of themselves makes it feel much more like, you know, multiverse kind of thing rather than like just time travel. But yeah, let's go ahead and fight this guy. Yeah, it's crazy that apparently Impuza is Suyen. The voice actor is the same. That's really funny. I definitely am a bigger fan of Impuza than I am of Suyen. But good voice actress. Has a talent of like being able to do like a wide variety of characters.
Even though I'm from there, I never learned how to return.
As the Wedge, you make it easy to trace your point of entry. Reaching your world won't be difficult. Shouldn't we declare something suitably dramatic before departure?
Once we return, can we truly save the world? I honestly don't know if I have any right to ask this. To pull you into a crisis that doesn't even belong to your world. Maybe it was my arrival that awakened them in the first place.
I asked for a single line. What I got was 3 questions. What's next? 3 wishes?
Sorry, I'm not ready.
Well, I am. Take me with you.
Wait.
Whoa, that looks
Holding
cool.
together.
No need for concern. What I achieved there, I can replicate here. This passage will carry them through safely.
But she's not ready yet.
No one is ever born ready.
But Regina, she's just an ordinary person. That passage could tear her apart.
Oh, now that is fascinating. Perhaps the passage won't tear her apart at all. In fact, she may well become our secret weapon.
Whoa, whoa, what? What? Oh, we're flying in a blimp.
Captain, something's not right.
What? What? Bob is back.
Could the mastermind have deployed
He's piloting a blimp instead of a pirate ship now?
Not necessarily. There may still be other
What? We got
survivors
Goldland
outside
too?
us.
The
What's
El
wrong,
Dorado
Captain?
is a flying ship?
You even need to ask? Of course she'll bring us. Any shot at turning the tide is worth the risk. Captain Amy!
Set sail.
Captain Amy? So we got Transcendent Amy as captain. Dude, the alternate version is so cool. They've now got airships. That's dope. Story is pretty good in this game. Dude, the story is excellent in this game. But yeah, like I said, a little bit more multiversy than just like pure time travel. Cause like Noah isn't even like the same Noah, right? Like it's Stella, you know, like it's just like a totally different kind of person. It's very much like an alternate reality. Like things have changed a lot. Also, dude, that's some beautiful art of Stella right there. A pirate blimp, yeah, pretty much. Have you guys found all these things? I think I did all the tasks here in the event map. I got 14 out of 14. So unless they add more later on, maybe once we get like hard mode or whatever. But for right now, I think I have everything. Anyway, let's go to the shop. I'm going to buy more Soothing Embrace. Obviously, I'll get the Vestige of Love before it ends. But I'm buying these first because I'm just trying to do more pulls to reach my 450 milestone. Genderbend Noah is hot. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of true. I won't deny it. What did we get that's new? Oh, the new event scene. Dude, that's nice. Yo, and this is... I mean, Pavana looks great, too. Probably even better. But let's use the event. I did say that was, like, an excellent drawing. That's nice. The only thing about the event wallpapers is that they're not animated. It's, like, a little disappointing, but... I mean, they are free. That's cool. I guess, like, Nikke's event wallpapers aren't animated either. Let me sign into the clan. Astral Vault, okay. Come back to this. What do I still need to do in the castle? I guess just my extra sermon, and I have a Starry Wilderness thing. Yeah, I'll just save this for another day. Okay, so to the Lost Courtyard. I've finished up my Dutchman Revenge, so I got my upgrade to my last relic. I need to beat 2 more story chapters to get the next one. Like I said, I've been slow rolling the story on purpose. I know, I'm weird. Let's do the Infinite Abyss.
Not my forte.
Alright, Bloodborne Day.
All raw materials for my merchandise.
Do I want to change these at all? I don't think so. I got 2 tanks, which kind of don't need. But I think I'm sticking with them anyway. I could use Augustine just for fun. Serene kind of just doesn't make sense here because, like, there's literally nobody that she's going to buff. So, yeah, I have no other marksman. But, yeah. Oh, also, here, hold up. I'm going to turn the sound down again now that we're not doing story stuff anymore. Did that stay? Did that change? It did. Okay, cool. Resume. Well, Mass blew herself up. Dude, she definitely sounds kind of crazy.
Materials for my merchandise.
I think we're gonna bring Lamia and Mass back a little bit. Mass is gonna teleport behind enemy lines anyway. You know how they changed Bella's voice actor? I actually preferred Bella's previous voice. They made the puppet less annoying. The puppet with the little whatever his name is was extremely annoying sounding. And they made him less annoying. But I think like Bella herself used to sound better. I'm not sure why they changed her voice. They should have just changed the puppet to be like a little less shrill, which they did, but like should have left our girl alone. And no one's talking about this, but I think they also changed Seti's voice as well. And I don't like it as much. Which feels really random. I don't know why they changed it. Let me go back. So, here, grab these real quick.
A fulfilling day indeed.
So if we go to our vassals and we listen to Bella really quick here, you can tell Bella just sounds a little different and the puppet is a little less shrill.
We have a wonderful selection.
Cash only, no credit.
And then Bella just kind of sounds, I don't know, it's fine, it's not bad, but she definitely sounds different. And then Seti sounds different too. She used to have a higher voice.
Unwavering focus is the key to striking every target.
And I don't know why they changed that. Like, was anybody annoyed with Seti?
Unwavering focus is the key to striking every target.
How many people are even using Seti, to be honest? I don't know. Not a big deal, but something I noticed. Anyway, I should do some more leveling up. Let's go with, leveling Bella.
High efficiency, higher profits.
And then I actually need to level Seti as well. There we go. Everybody went up a synchro level.
I can now spot targets clearly from even greater distances. Unwavering focus is the key to striking every target.
Bloodborne is definitely the best faction. I mean, they have the coolest units, probably. It's like,
My wish is simple.
let's do a quick filter of like ones that I have. Wait, can you filter? You can filter, right? Yes, filter. All right, so ancestors obviously have a lot of really cool ones. I'm a big fan of Lamine. She's a super interesting character. I like Transcendent Haughty, Transcendent Iona, and there's a bunch of other ones I don't have here. Like, and a lot of the like ancestors like go to different factions in the storyline. You know, like Lamine, for instance, would be with the Bathories, the Bloodborne. Same for Iona, but there's just kind of a different class. Let's see. For the church, I feel like the church is like not as exciting. Like, I actually really like Acapella, Van Helsing, and Darcius as characters. They're cool, but they're not. Definitely their designs aren't as spicy, if that's what we're talking about. Although Pavana and Adina do look good. Let's take a look at the Bloodborne now. The Bloodborne, I mean, yeah, they're super cool. We got Otavia, we got Lamia. Crazy characters like Serene and Mass. Kain is a really cool, interesting character. Baphomet, Empusa, Iona. Yeah, Noah, obviously. Who else do we have? So for this one, this is what, Kingdom or whatever it's called? Yeah, Kingdom. We have the other version of Iona. When she was younger, before she was adopted by the Bathory family. Haughty. I feel like these units might be my least favorite, although I do like Amy a lot. I kind of like Ressa too. But Kingdom would probably be like my least favorite faction. And then we don't know what this is. We don't have any of the otherworldly. But yeah. Dude, Baphomet does look really badass. It's true. They spent a lot of their budget on voice actors. Yeah, I would agree. And I think it's absolutely served them well. I think it's a strong point of the game for sure. Okay, so let's go back to do the Time-Worn Mausoleum.
All raw materials for my merchandise.
Just stick with our marksman squad. This squad really rips on this game mode. Otherworldly sounds like abnormal. Yeah, honestly, I have a feeling it's probably going to be collaboration units. I think it's, you're 100% right, Vic. That's what I've thought as well. Do I need salt for anything? Kinda, not really. I guess I'll grab it. So, like, we were talking about this the other stream, like the other week, about like what possible collabs they would have. I'm excited for them. I hope we get some good ones. You know what's another one that they could honestly collab with that we didn't mention last time? Full Metal Alchemist, which is like, honestly, I could totally see that happening because it collabs with quite a bit of games as well, and it would blend into the world pretty well. Doesn't really have a lot of waifus, and I'm personally not really a fan of Full Metal Alchemist, but it is popular, and it is something that would work in the world. Do I need gold? Oh, I do need gold. Alright, we'll grab that. Yeah, alchemy is an interesting historical subject. You know, it was like I said, it like aimed to do a lot of things that like modern chemistry, physics, and medicine does, but obviously with like less advanced mathematics. The Cookie subscribed on YouTube. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Obviously with like, you know, less body of knowledge, less advanced mathematics. They weren't using the scientific method, which is kind of a big deal. It was more like they would just try things and see what happened, and obviously didn't work as well. Ooh, nice. All right, we got Serene's coat. Do I need the pearl? Kind of need the pearl, but I'd rather get the expansion. I gotta fit this somewhere. Let's move that freaking salt over there. And Yeah, whatever. We'll just leave that as is. It was kind of confirmed, but really the game has Castlevania characters. In the summon animation, you guess it's a matter of time. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but Castlevania absolutely, like, is the obvious one, right? Which we said before. Like, it's, you know, it makes a lot of sense. Oh, nice. Got another sulfur. Finished Van Helsing's weapon. I mean, it just, like, that's the one that where it's just like, yeah, of course, they should do Castlevania. Which I think would be amazing if it actually happens.
You'll end up as a small stain on my mantle.
Dude, honestly, I'm gonna be really disappointed if they do a free run collab. Like, I'm so sick of hearing a free run. And yeah, Full Metal Alchemist isn't doing a whole lot, but they still are active. Like, it does get mobile game collabs every now and then. Alright, we gotta hide some things really quick. And then complete that. There we go. Now I can stuff it back up there in the corner. Grab this light bright bug. The salt doesn't go with anything. Yeah, if they do Castlevania, do you guys think it would be a specific Castlevania video game or the Castlevania animated show? I think either one would be cool. It would work, obviously. But I would be super hyped if they do the animated show. Like, it's one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, and not even just like specifically like animations, just like in general. It's so good. Oh, gotta add this silver somewhere. Alright, I guess I'll add this first. Stick that up there, and then put that over there. It could collab with Bloodborne. Yeah, they could, except I think Sony doesn't want to do anything with Bloodborne. But it would absolutely be a great fit. But Sony, for some reason, just like wants to let Bloodborne rot, even though it has like a very avid following. It's weird. It's definitely weird. Okay, let's stick this air balloon over there. But that would be really cool. I don't know. Has there been any like game that's ever done a collab with like Dark Souls or anything like that? I want to say probably not, but I don't know for sure. Oh, I got the meteors. Oh, the meteors would be good. Where do I put it though? Where do I put it? Just get rid of this freaking salt. Dude, the meteors are so tall. Okay, let's move. Shit. Shit. Okay, wait. Get rid of this for a second. Let's put this all the way over here on the left. Okay. That worked. It would almost certainly need to be the animated show. The games that more people have nostalgia for are Iga Vienna's, I'm not sure what those are, and Konami and him aren't exactly on speaking terms. Okay. I don't know that much about the video games, and I never played like the games, like the old school ones, like growing up or anything like that. Ooh, okay. We can finish Iona's weapon. Boom. That helps clear up some space. And... Okay, hold up. I'm gonna put this here. It's still kind of awkward as hell. Okay, there we go. The salt still doesn't go to anything. Dr. Yo says he doesn't think that there's ever been a collab with FromSoft game. Yeah, I don't think so either. There are Dark Souls and Bloodborne video game or board games. Interesting. Actually, I had no idea there were board games. That's cool. All right, we got an achievement. Thank you. Okay, so we're almost done, I guess. Let's just grab these things really quick. Got a couple more modes to do.
A fulfilling day indeed.
So I guess we'll do Tomb of the
Facing a
Fallen.
powerful enemy from your past.
Dude, speaking of like Dark Souls, Child of the Plague is 100% a Dark Souls boss. Or you could say Bloodborne or whatever. But like it is, and especially with the phase transition, just watch. We have this like tortured looking woman coming that is birthed out of this egg with like one wing and like a sword, like, and even the fact that it's like kind of crawling on its stomach, it's so Dark Souls coded, it's crazy. So yeah, let's try. You guys can see if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Past or future, every me stands with you now.
I mean, look at this. Was that not totally a FromSoft boss right here? So we gotta destroy all these little ads, and it deals extra damage. You can see the notification up here. And Sheila takes a bunch. Blood Moon status. And then, like, especially this phase transition, watch. It rips off its own wing to use as a sword. Like, if this is not a Souls boss. Vic says, bosses are actually fun to fight in this game. They're definitely a spectacle. It makes them cool. Which is something that I think Nikke does well. Also. Clear the ads, clear the ads. Here we go. We're up to phase 7. I don't think a tier 9 clear is possible for me. Pretty sure, you know. I haven't been able to get there. I think I'm just too low of level. There we go. We hit our tier 8. But look, we got all these ads over here, and I don't have a burst to use yet. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Can we clear them? Okay, okay. They're still... but it spawns them back too quickly, because Otavia just died. Quinn is... yeah, she's not going to be able to do this. Reminds you of the big centipede-looking boss There was a meteor from Elden Ring. Oh, are you talking about the one that was in the expansion that's in that like bloody castle or ruins or whatever? That centipede butterfly? I know what you're talking about, if that's what you're referring to. By the way, I don't know if I was over leveled, but I was surprised at how easy that boss was specifically. I feel like maybe I was just OP at that point, but I beat it on my first try, which is not something that should happen with like any Elden Ring boss. I don't know if I just got super lucky. But yeah. So yeah, tier 8 again. I think that's just where I'm at. So let's quick slay it. Let's see. Vic asks, what was your team to clear stage 9 spirited armor? What was my team?
Enemy from your past is no easy task.
It was probably...
A fulfilling
Let me take a look. So for spirited armor, it would have been Otavia, Timeless Iona, Bella, Starry-Eyed Iona, and Haughty. So yeah. Otavia, Timeless Iona, Bella, Haughty, and Starry-Eyed Iona were the team that I got the tier 9 clear for the spirited armor at first. Wait, you were actually talking about Estelle, but the one I mentioned is actually more like it? Whoa, 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 wait, I forget. Who is Estelle? Hold up. Elden Ring. Oh, I know what you're talking about. But yes, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, similar vibes. Dude, Estelle, now that boss was annoying. Like, I forget, there's 2 of them in the game. One of them was not that hard. But the second one, or whichever one of them, I forget which one, was like really difficult. And like it's like teleporting thing to grab you was like annoying as hell. You know, like if you weren't trying to cheese the boss somehow, because there's always like crazy stuff like that you can do in Elden Ring, but you know, like using Mimic Tier or some shit, but like its teleporting thing was really annoying for Estelle. Vic says you were afraid I was gonna say acapella. No, didn't have acapella at that time either.
The longest journey begins with a single step.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll just do the extra sermon now. Might as well.
The longest journey begins with a single step.
Estelle, natural born of the void. Can't believe I forgot about that boss. Wait, I didn't mean to go to the castle. I don't want to go to the castle. Get me out of here. Okay. Let's see if I can level up and add equipment. Alright, so Serene gets new equipment. Nice, she's got all tier 7 now. Yggdrasil, Pavana, Adina. Alright, we're gonna give Adina equipment next. Wow, this is our first tier 7? Okay. Ooh, I actually want to add Pavana to my PvP team. I think I have Gilrain on there at the moment. But Pavana, being able to put people to sleep. Let's see, I'm going to remove all this.
What beautiful dream would you like to have today?
Oh, no, she uses medium. Wait. Oh, Gilrain uses light. Okay. But yeah, I don't have Lorelei. So the other way you can put people to sleep is Pavana, and that seems like that could be really good in PvP. So I haven't used her in PvP yet, and I'm excited to try it. All right, so I need to give like medium equipment to Pavana from somebody. Maybe from Joanne?
Fight by my side.
No, she doesn't have tier 7 either. Agnes, maybe?
Tell me, might there be fascinating
She doesn't have
worlds
tier 7 either, okay. Ressa.
It's time for prayer. We
She
must
does
keep
have a
the
little
Lord
bit.
waiting.
Okay, so we'll just give the slightly better gear to Pavana. And then re-equip Ressa.
It's time for prayer. We mustn't keep the Lord.
Yggdrasil.
And let me whisper.
There's so few like heavy armor units, they always get like maxed out gear before anybody else. Deline says, got your first tier 9 piece today. Nice. Congrats. Part of me does want to push story, like just so I'm like, all right, I know I could get way better gear and whatever if I do. I don't know. We'll see if I end up getting too tempted. But I want to wait for the voice acting to be finished. And I am still slowly leveling up. Okay, so now I guess I'll give gear to
Unwavering
Seti?
focus is the key to striking every target. Do you have any
Triss. Already good? Oh, I guess Triss is good. Okay.
What took you so long? You lack the awareness befitting a vassal.
Alright, and let's level Pavana's skills. So we're gonna get them all to 4. A lot of games sadly never add English voice acting after XY chapter. Yeah, they have stated that they are going to do it. So, I mean, it's all the way up through 12 with full voice acting. We don't have a specific date. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure. I think we're up to chapter 15 or 16 in the game, if you've beaten everything. So those last few don't have voice acting yet, but they have said they are going to put it in. Yeah, Dylan, I've thought of that too, because like I've already beaten like 1.5 chapters with no voice acting, and I'm like, maybe I should just like go back and like watch it once they've added the voice acting. It's true, it's true. But also I'm not kind of in a rush because I've also just recently started Cyberpunk. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I can just chill, enjoy the Cyberpunk story. And I'm not as like feeling like, I need to like know what happens next in Bloodborne, you know, or Silver and Blood rather. Okay, so maybe, wait a minute, who did I give an artifact to? Oh, you know what? I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Noyard11 has followed on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, Noyard. Hopefully that's how you pronounce your name. I probably butchered it. Okay, anyway. What am I doing? I'm doing something. Oh yeah, Arena. Not story. God damn it. Okay, Lost Courtyard. Blood Arena. Cyberpunk the show or the game? So I've already watched the show. I just started the game. Yeah. It's been exciting. Got to put my, beefy PC build to good use. This is the third, real PC game that I'm playing. Also have played Valheim and Bloody Spell, but both of those are pretty easy. Valheim can be a little more demanding, but it's still like not crazy. So Cyber and like Bloody Spell was like super easy for my computer to run. So Cyberpunk is like the first game that's like really utilizing its full capabilities, which is pretty cool to see because I've turned up like all the settings to like max and everything. Everything's like ultra. I have ray tracing on, and I'm still averaging like 100 FPS, which is exciting to see that my work has turned out. All right, I need to find an opponent now. Oh, but let me edit my lineup. So I was going to, so I'm going to take out Gilrain here, who's a pretty decent unit to be honest, but going to put in Pavana. She's a pretty good direct replacement because she's a Crescent Moon as well. And I'll put her here. The thing is, this team in general is kind of my sacrificial team. So I'll probably lose with it anyway, just because it's like my weakest team, whereas team 2 and 3 are my stronger ones. So we might not get to see Pavana really shine, but hey, worth putting her in there. And with the sleep ability, it could give me the chance to like randomly snatch a win, versus, you know, just going head to head with power, you know what I mean? All right, can we find someone that's even close to our meager blood power rating? Not yet. 43. Okay, 4,300, rather 143,000. Jesus. Versus my 137. I mean, it's not like out of the realm of possibility. That's pretty rough, though. I probably lose the first match. I get wrecked on the second one. And I maybe have like a 50-50 chance of team 3. Let's just try it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens.
The hour of execution has come.
All right, Pavana, do something. Put him to sleep. Give me an advantage here. There's Adina, giving us some healing shields. Whoa, that's a cool animation for Pavana. Dude, and they are all asleep. That was nice. That was nice. Oh, we couldn't. Come on. Kill Yggdrasil. Kill Yggdrasil. Nice. Okay, we might actually be able to win this because I took out their tank and Gilrain is still looking pretty healthy. Oh yeah, we've got this. Dude, Pavana actually really gave me the advantage there. Those few seconds where they were just sitting there asleep and then they took extra damage. That was kind of great. That was pretty great. Okay, so I probably get wrecked here because basically we have more or less the same team.
I'll take care of these guys.
But they just are a higher level. They have a higher blood power rating. So we'll see what happens here. The one advantage that I have is that I can go up here and target their Timeless Iona immediately with my Hati as an assassin. I'm also going to get, you know, some good healing or shields from Starry-Eyed Iona, but they have Acapella. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to give myself like a 30% chance of winning here. Yeah, dude, when Nikke first came out, I did care about PvP a lot. Longtime viewers will know that, like, I would spend time, like, discussing the matchup. I would change my teams or what I was going to fight against. But at this point, I've completely checked out. I literally don't even do Special Arena. And I just, like, blast through my Rookie Arena dailies as fast as possible. And this is still like not that engaging. You know, it's still like, you know, we're auto battling, whatever. It's not like a big deal. But there is a little bit more that you can do here, because you can actually change the position of your units, which obviously, like, position just doesn't do anything in nikke PvP. So it adds a little bit more element of strategy, but ultimately it's still not, like, great. But for the moment, I'm still enjoying it. Ooh, we took out their Quinn. We got it. Yes! Alright, so we've already won our 2 out of 3. So whether we win this one or not, it doesn't matter.
That's not a customer. That's not a customer.
So we'll see how this matchup goes. Dude, this is such a battle of attrition, like with both of us using Bella. Yeah, the game rewards you at the end of the season for special arena and nikke. It's totally true. And for years I reaped those rewards, and I'm just done now. Cannot be bothered to get my 2,000 gems or whatever it is. Vic says the send them to hell gives you nightmares. Dude. Which honestly, like, that's what they should have changed about Bella's voice acting. Like, just stop the constant send them to hell. Like, just cut out that line from the puppet, and then they could have just, like, left her the same. Okay, so we gotta win. And at this point, it's probably going to be even harder trying to find an opponent that's, like, reasonably comparable. So maybe I'll just come back, like, right before reset and see if there's, like, someone I can attack at that point.
Great riches abound. Care to give it a try?
Let's just grab a really easy win here.
We fight to bring peace.
This is just an auto victory right here. The only real unit they have is Spectral Gilrain.
Where violence and conflict intertwine, great riches abound.
Can we beat this team? No, they're higher blood power. If I can find, like, a high blood power, but they don't have crazy units, but they got Fleeting Bella and Timeless Iona, like, nope. Seems like they added bots in PvP. There's definitely bots. Like, that last opponent I had was, like, for sure a bot. Okay, so here's a team that is very strong. It's a good team, but it's slightly less blood power. So let me see if I can beat this.
We fight to bring peace.
I'm gonna give myself slight advantage on this. But we're both using Timeless Iona. We're both using Acapella. They're using Bella. I'm using Quinn. And then I got Starry-Eyed Iona and Otavia. And okay, yeah, we're overwhelming them. We got it. We got it. Their Fleeting Bella didn't mean shit. Hey, welcome everybody who just recently joined the stream. If you're enjoying it, please give me a like, a follow, or a sub. It would be appreciated. Alright, we'll fight another bot. Might as well.
We fight to bring peace.
So after we finish these, it's probably going to be time to switch over to nikke. Super easy win there.
Where violence and conflict intertwine, great riches abound. Care Care to give it a try?
Don't think I can beat this team. They have too high a blood power. Too high a blood power. I need someone that's like maybe like oh, okay, here 92,000 maybe. Can I beat them? Maybe. So they have higher blood power, but they don't have any Timeless Iona. They do have a Lorelei, so I could be completely put to sleep. But let's fight this. This is kind of an interesting battle here, I think.
We fight to bring peace.
I'm gonna move everyone over.
Be gentle with those flowers.
So Haughty just misses. From what you understand, with no investment, Bella sustains better than Quinn, but you'd imagine Bella does better with investments, whereas Bella is good with little to none. I think you might have made a typo there, but yes, I get what you're saying. Yes. Bella is extremely good straight out of the box, and will be like amazing without any investment. Whereas Quinn ultimately I think is the slightly better tank. But they're both super, super good. And I think Bella can be better in certain situations. But I think Quinn ultimately is a little better at like pushing high deficit.
Conflict intertwine. Great riches abound. Care to give it a try?
All right, here we have almost identical blood power. And they do have a scary team with Del Carlo and Fleeting Bella. Interesting they're using Agnes. I haven't seen a lot of Agnes. They also have Siphon 3 Bella, which is a little ominous. But let's try this. Let's try this.
We fight to bring peace.
We're almost identical blood power. Technically, I'm a little higher, but we're basically the same.
Be gentle with those flowers.
Past or future, every move stands with you now.
All right, let's go. Oof. Oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. They got off the burst with Timeless Iona slightly before me, and that made a big difference. That made a big difference. Look at this. I'm always like a second behind. Dude, and we're too caught up with their puppets from Bella. Oh, we lost our shield. We lost our shield. We're down. And Otavia goes down last. Yeah, yeah. They just bursted a little bit faster.
Care to give it a try?
Okay, I think I have one more attack. Do I have one more attack? Oh no, that was the last one. Okay, cool. What do I need to collect here? Cool. Agnes Cage was nasty. Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of Agnes. I have not seen a lot of Agnes. It was cool to see her in action. A little over a third of the way to get Julius. Okay, I guess that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't have enough to do a poll, do I? No, I've only got 3. Alright. But I am 3 multis away from getting my Ancestor Coffin. And assuming I don't get super lucky, nothing happens randomly in between, I'm going to be going for Seth. Seth is definitely my target. It would have been Lamine, but I was lucky enough to pull Lamine naturally. Also, already got Transcendent Haughty. So I think it's going to be Seth. Like, they're all pretty cool. Honestly, like, Incendiary Agaris is badass. Transcendent Amy is super tempting. And the best choice would probably actually be Transcendent Noah. But I'm going to go with Seth. All right. That's it for Silver and Blood. Time to switch over to Nikke. Launch. So yeah, while this is booting up, the other thing that I kind of want to talk about was like Cyberpunk, and not just the fact that I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077. But kind of talk about like Cyberpunk themes in general. I've really been enjoying Cyberpunk. Like I said, it's cool to play it on my PC and see how good it looks. Oh, I need to change the game that I'm playing on Twitch. Let's see. Edit stream info. Goddess of Victory Nikke. Cool. And let me post this over on the Nikke Discord. Give me a second, guys. Let's see, media. Grab the YouTube link as well. Remember, don't forget to give the video a like if you're watching on YouTube. Or a sub, it would really help me out. All right. So, yeah, like, dude, bro, hold that thought. Yeah, they knocked it out of the park with that one. Anyway, Cyberpunk, yeah. I've always been like a big fan of Cyberpunk stories in general. Like the original Blade Runner, even though, you know, it's an old movie, obviously I didn't see it when it was new. I'm a big fan of it. Also, one of my favorite animes of all time is Ghost in the Shell. Like, these are classics. They're really cool, like, thought-provoking stories. Really cool vibes. And just, like, Cyberpunk in general, I've found really interesting. And so I've been excited to actually finally get to play Cyberpunk 2077. And the Edge Runners anime was really cool. I enjoyed that as well. Ooh, let's grab some core dust. So yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about recently. Was kind of like, what makes something cyberpunk? Blade Runner 2049 is one of your favorite movies. Yeah, the sequel, it's pretty good. Yeah, I also really enjoyed it. It's a very good movie. Kind of got mixed reviews from people. I think just because people are a little too ADHD, but I thought it was really good. Lone Singlet asked, how did the video on milk turn out? Did YouTube ever get off your case about it? So they ended up approving it for limited ads, which basically is the same as no ads, and we're not going to push it with the algo. But technically, they like, you know, let it go, but it gets the like yellow dollar sign, which most of you guys haven't seen unless you are also YouTubers. But it's like, it's okay, but also like it's still going to be kind of suppressed, which is frustrating. And I guess let's come back to the Cyberpunk conversation in a second here. So quick tangent. Besides that video specifically getting suppressed because milk is too spicy, which doesn't even make any sense. Like if we take a look at milk And if you've watched my video on the testing of milk, like there's nothing that crazy in that video. It's not that crazy at all. But they just, I don't know. Their moderation is so weird and inconsistent. It's annoying. But beyond what happened with the milk video, I've noticed that in general, for the last month, I want to say, my videos, like views are definitely down, like noticeably down. And I initially thought that that was because I was covering Etheria Restart, which I think is part of it. The algorithm is really brutal. So like, you could say that like a lot of Nikke players, a lot of my audience ended up not being interested in Etheria Restart. And so they won't watch those videos, but they'll still watch the Nikke videos. Unfortunately, what that actually did was people didn't watch the Etheria videos. So then the algorithm stopped showing them my videos in general. So even if you're someone who wanted to see my Nikke videos, unless you went to my channel or searched for it, you might not have gotten them because you skipped watching the Etheria videos, which is frustrating. Now, that's not a problem for you. If you're not interested in a game, that's fine, you know, whatever. It's not like your responsibility to like watch all my videos. If you did watch the Etheria videos and were interested, that's cool. I'm glad you were there. And then you probably still saw my Nikke videos. But I think it did hurt my channel actually to cover Etheria Restart. It like lowered views in general and like took me out of a lot of people's algorithms. And I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir here because if you guys are watching my stream right now, you probably are ones that are like regularly watching my videos as well. But hopefully those that were kind of skipping those Etheria videos will find my Nikke videos again and will kind of like get back up to normal views. All that said, what I recently learned is there's something bigger happening with YouTube as well. So not just for smaller creators, but for some very large channels, they've also seen a downturn in their views. And this isn't because they started playing a game that failed like Etheria. I'm still going to take shots. Like apparently this has been something that's been a major change in YouTube recently. They've kind of like mixed up how they're showing videos or what exactly the algorithm is doing. Obviously nobody knows for sure because YouTube isn't going to share information like that. But there's been a noticeable shift that a lot of channels have seen less views. And I don't mean Nikke channels. I mean like channels in general. And I've seen a lot of posts and discussions on this. Something about YouTube changed. Oh, by the way, we can change, speaking of changing, we can go back to our normal streaming lights. We are no longer in the realm of blood. So anyway, so that also I noticed has lowered my views or like explained why that's happening. Because that has just like, and I've seen like comments on these videos of people saying like, oh yeah, like I've noticed that a lot of these things have been like taking things out of my algorithm. And like, I don't know why I watch all their videos. So like, even if you were a consistent viewer, YouTube just kind of like mixed things up for whatever reason. It's annoying, but it happened. So for me specifically, there's kind of like this big picture change to YouTube where a lot of people are noticing they're getting fewer views. And I was covering Etheria Restart, which meant that if people weren't watching those, it was going to then take me out of the algorithm even more. And now my last video that I did got flagged as being too spicy because milk for some reason. And so the hits keep coming. I say all this not to like ask for sympathy or whatever, but just kind of explain to you. And you guys were asking what happened with the milk video and like, anyway, I'm going to keep doing what I do. And I know a lot of people still do want to see my videos. And, you know, we'll kind of get back into the algorithm, I'm sure. But there has been a lot of stuff that has like added up to, I think, less visibility And so with time, that'll hopefully be adjusted. Anyway, I was kind of ignoring chat while I was on that whole spiel to answer that question. So let me see what you guys were saying. Did I get Cyberpunk base game or with the DLC? I got it with the DLC. Let's see. Lone Secret says that sucks. Yeah, it kind of did. You feel like adequate is the more spicy. You feel like aid is the more spicy? Yes, yes. The fact that the milk video was the one that had a problem doesn't make any sense. I don't know. There's been way spicier nikke designs, but whatever. Let's see. Warlock says, yeah, you heard YouTube change something. Yes, yes. Vic says, thing about it is they're using AI to autoflag videos. Visually, it's inconsistent. Yes. Which, honestly, they've had automated systems for a while. And you guys know that that has caused some problems in the past, too. It's the risk that, unfortunately, I take as covering these kind of gacha games. It's frustrating, but it is just kind of the nature of the game. And by game, I mean YouTube, not the literal games that I'm playing. Let's see. Weird and inconsistent is a way to describe YouTube. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Dr. Eagle says, I noticed that a lot of times, even though I have a bell icon to get every notification, it doesn't always show them for me. Yeah, it's true. Like a bunch of things like that just don't do anything. You can be subscribed to a channel and even have the bell icon, and you won't necessarily see it anyway, because the algo just like does what it does and overrides it. It's kind of silly. So I would encourage you guys to like look out for channels that you enjoy, not just myself. I mean, obviously, please, you know, pay attention to my videos. I would ask you to like check out my channel and see if there's anything on there that you missed that you would like to watch. But that goes for any other creators, any other channels that you watch on whatever topic. Just manually check in on their channels every now and then and see if there's videos that you would like, because it just might have been hidden for whatever reason. Let's see. Why is YouTube dying? Ethereum restart, Mastersparks probably. Yeah, no, I didn't say YouTube is dying. Warlock says, I saw someone post there is a new setting too that if you have it on, it has made half the content on some channels disappear. Dang. Well, Warlock Warlord, what is that setting? Let us all know. Let's see. The UK passed legislation that it would hold internet websites liable for a percentage of global revenue. Yeah, there has been a lot of things happening with the UK. I don't know if that's really related to YouTube, though. But yes, I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure how much that would affect, like, YouTube in general, but possibly. There are changes like that. Lone Syndicate says, I bet if you showed the Rouge skin, YouTube would come at you with knives and pitchforks. Maybe. Maybe. Death's Angel says there's a restricted mode. Wait, restricted mode in what? Poor Milk is so nervous. All right. I have one more story to skip. Oh, the setting is restricted mode. Gotcha. Well, everybody, double check if you have restricted mode turned on in YouTube. I assume that would hide a lot of things potentially. I think there's more to it than that, but that is another thing that you guys should probably double check. Okay, so before we got into all that, Dude, I love the conversations we have on stream here, honestly, though. They're always good. They're always good. But yeah, so I was thinking about Cyberpunk. Isn't that what I was talking about? Let's go to the Coin Rush event here really quick. So I was saying I'm like a big fan of Cyberpunk, right? Like, all-time favorite anime, like top 5, like, is Ghost in the Shell. Love Blade Runner. Cyberpunk stories in general have always interested me. And really been enjoying Cyberpunk 2077. So I was thinking about like what actually makes Cyberpunk. Nikke is slightly off-centered again. Oh, okay. Let me adjust that. I think it's because it's a slight different aspect ratio than Silver and Blood, which is annoying. So I need to remember to like do that in between games. But thank you for letting me know. So I think like a lot of people identify Cyberpunk as kind of this like retro futurism, you know? Because that's when Cyberpunk got really big. Which is part of it, but I don't think that's what defines Cyberpunk at all. I think like the real pillars of like what makes something Cyberpunk, which obviously these are all just kind of like subjective terms in a way, right? But if we're trying to define a genre, I think the two things that really define Cyberpunk is transhumanism. That's like a huge one, right? So, you know, like human to like computer interfaces, like extreme body modification, like becoming a cyborg, maybe transferring your consciousness onto the net, into a computer, whatever. That's transhumanism, and that's definitely a huge thing that makes Cyberpunk. And like, yeah. The other thing... Sorry, I got a little distracted there for a second. The other thing is just like the extreme privatization of everything. So like mega corporations having like taken over like every aspect of life, kind of like capitalism having like run amok. It's like the extreme end of like, you know, what private companies can do. And I think that's like, so those two things together are what really kind of like define Cyberpunk. And that could in theory be in like any kind of setting, right? It doesn't really matter like whether, you know, it's like near future, way in the future, or whatever. But I would say those are like the two big things. Vic says Stellar Blade can be considered Cyberpunk. Yes, Vic, I would completely agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. God damn. Velvet. Bro. Are we still live? Did we get taken down? All right, let's skip that. Hopefully she is a playable unit soon. So anyway, and then I would say there were like some other like sub elements or things that commonly go along with that, right? So one of them is sort of like near future kind of things, right? So this sort of like retro futurism, or like kind of like the 80s vision of what the future would be. That is like definitely something that commonly goes with Cyberpunk. But I would say it's more of a aesthetic layer to it. That is sort of like a secondary component of Cyberpunk. But is definitely something that like I enjoy, that like, you know, a lot of other people will enjoy as well about Cyberpunk stories, or a lot of different Cyberpunk stories. But it wouldn't necessarily have to be in that. You could have more of a like, you know, further into the future, or maybe what would be today considered more of a realistic view of the future, that kind of thing. And then I would say, being even more surface layer, I would say kind of this like purely aesthetic, like vaporwave, neo-noir kind of vibes. You know, the like purple and pink color scheme, that kind of thing. We did get a whatchamacallit. Let's put it in here really quick. We got the event wallpaper, which is really cool, and it's actually what I have my whole like PC themed as right now, with all the like fan lights and everything. So that's like another, and then another common thing that I think we see a lot in cyberpunk stories is the blending of Eastern and Western cultures, which is pretty cool as well. Particularly, a lot of times it's like Japanese and American cultures. And obviously it could be somewhat other things as well. But the kind of that blend of Eastern and Western like cultures, aesthetic, languages. But again, that's definitely like kind of a more of a aesthetic thing than like the core of it. But anyway, so with those ideas, that's kind of like how I've defined cyberpunk on different layers or different levels. And like Vic was saying that Stellar Blade could be considered cyberpunk. I think that's 100% true. And I think Nikke is actually cyberpunk, which kind of seems obvious, I think. But I think a lot of people don't think about that, or like in their head, it's like not cyberpunk. But if you think about it, it's 100% about transhumanism, right? Like, what are nikkes? They're literally like people's brains transferred into like, you know, mechanical cybernetic bodies. It's very dystopian. You know, like private corporations control everything. You know, we have these 3 megacorps of like Missilus, Tetra, and Elysian, and we died to the second chandelier again. Dang. Cushioned landing right here for aid. And yeah, I think it's 100% cyberpunk, which is kind of cool. I think if anything, that just makes me like Nikke even more after I was thinking about that. Lone Syndicate says, can we talk about Velvet real quick? You've only known her for like half an event and you need MLB Velvet like yesterday. Yes, I agree. Dr. Eagle says same as well, bro. We all need a lot of Velvet in our life ASAP. Hey, we got coordinated operation rewards. Nice. They paid out. Because there's a lot of stuff in the shop that I need to buy. Also, I need to pick a bunch of relics because per usual, I'm behind. Oh, good lord. Where are they? Oh, there's one back here at the entrance. I'll grab that. So yeah, Velvet. Make it happen, shift up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's one over here. There's one over here. I think everyone's bank account will implode when they release Velvet. Oh, we got another one up here in the chair. So it kind of tracks, because some of my favorite games, like favorite games of all time, believe it or not, Nikke probably does make the list, which is kind of crazy, and Stellar Blade absolutely makes the list. So both of them being Cyberpunk does make a lot of sense, because I'm a big Cyberpunk fan, and even though it's like not something I really like thought of consciously before, it's probably a big part of why I like them so much. Velvet is the best surprise from this event. Dude, Velvet is, yeah. Do you remember, I think I was streaming the first time I saw the event artwork, and I was like, whoa, who is that character? Oh, here it is, here it is. Another thing that you guys know that I really like a lot my favorite anime of all time, Evangelion, which I wouldn't say is cyberpunk, but is kind of cyberpunk adjacent. It does deal with issues of like, you know, what is the nature of like actually being human. It has those transhumanistic elements, you know, the way we like interface with angels, and there are these biological yet mechanical machines, and sort of the soul of a person is transferred into the Eva to create it. Kind of a dystopian future. I would say the elements that it's missing to be true cyberpunk are sort of like that extreme privatization, you know, like capitalism having like gone to the extreme. That's like not really present in Evangelion, but again has like, you know, similar themes in a lot of ways. Dude, where's this last relic? This event as a whole is pretty spicy. Dude, it is. This might be one of the spicier events. And like the event artwork and the things, the commander's getting super handsy. I don't know, it is, they are getting a bit more daring with the stories. The plot and the plot. Alright, so I am at 21 out of 21 finally. Let's go back to the main lobby. Hey, welcome everybody who's joining the stream, by the way. If you haven't already, please give the stream a like. It'll definitely help out the channel. If you're brand new, welcome. I am an official Nikke content creator. Dude, this event wallpaper, like I said before, dude, the perspective on Aid is so wild. Like it's yeah. We've come a long way from the first bunny event when the reward was a smooch. Yes. The commander is such a smooth criminal. This event is like level 100 mafia boss energy. I just want to know how tall the commander is. Because he's with these girls that are in high heels, like stiletto kind of heels, right? Like they're probably like 5-inch heels. And they're like up to his shoulder. Like, bro is like 6'6" or something. Alright, we still have most of the actual dailies to do. Yeah, so we'll open water. And all these, sure, why not? Can we get a good sticker? Commander's a Giga Chad? Yeah, that's fair. Dude, we actually got a new one. Yo. And Aid isn't exactly short either. It's true. It's true. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Does kind of tower over them. Although I always got the impression like Rappy was like pretty small. But yes, that's true. Although not as small as Pepper. Pepper is possibly legally midget status. Like she's like as short as people sitting down a lot of the times. All right, we're gonna do a single friendship poll. In one of the summer events, the commander piggybacks on Rappy. Imagine seeing that. Yeah, because Rappy still weighs way more, right? And she's extremely strong. The commander is apparently twice as tall as some characters like Admi and Coco. No way. Wait, is that canonical? Wait, where are we getting that idea? Twice as tall? So they're like 3 feet? Like, how, how short are these characters? They're actually 6-year-olds. All right, to the Ark. It is full birthday. Interception. That's how I imagine Mustang would introduce the event if he was in charge of it. Ray weighs more than the commander? I mean, yeah, just because nikkes are like made out of, you know, lead and unobtainium or something. Ray may actually be about 3 feet tall. Like, Ray is the one that's, like, legit a miniature person. And tier 7. This is why you kind of want shift up to include details like in the Wikipedia, like height and things like that. Dude, it would be kind of cool to get like actual specs on units, you know? I agree. That would be cool. Add some more details to the Wikipedia. All right, easy peasy. What am I getting here? Oh, cool. I'll take it. Elysian Tower ranking board. Arena. Gonna knock these out. Knock this fool out too. It's finding all the easy targets. If it's not an auto win, I'll skip. Like I said, that's where I'm at with Arena nowadays. Okay, we have a couple more things we need to do, but first, I want to go back to look at Milk and finish up her equipment. Because if you watched the testing video, You'll know that I wasn't able to quite finish her up. There's a little more that I want to give her. Nice, 2 more custom modules. Oh, also, I need to go to the shop and buy things from the co-op shop. Sweet. So we'll grab our gems, which I desperately need. And I'll grab the collectible upgrades. Like, to me, these are just like the 2 most important things, no matter what. I don't know if this is really that important, to be honest. It's like kind of important. It's way more important if you're a new player. For me, not so much. This will be super helpful if you're a new player. This is also really good though. This is actually more important because like leveling equipment is more important for me than getting different types of equipment just because I have so much. So now we're going to max out on core dust in both categories. And now I guess I'll get this, which I guess I'm gonna have money left over anyway. But you can see I value this below everything else. Like gems and collectible upgrades are definitely the 2 most important. Then the equipment upgrade materials, then core dust, then the equipment box itself. And at this point, it's credits. Like credits are needed for everything. So we'll grab these. And I just don't touch anything else. Like I don't need battle data. I don't need the affection items. We're done. Hey, shout out to the channel members and everybody who participated in co-op last time. We got a pretty good ranking, even if I was dumb and didn't use my Eve. Kind of made me really sad that I didn't use Eve. I'm still going to keep bringing that up. We could have gotten an even better score if I had used my like OP maxed out Eve. Alas, I was one-track mind thinking that like Rappy would be the best. Foolish. But enough about that. Let's take a look at Milk. And overload her boots. All right, equipment modification. What are we hoping for? Elemental damage and attack. The 2 most useless stats possible. Hit rate does literal nothing on sniper rifles, and defense is always trash on 99% of units. Let's re-roll that. Charge speed, crit rate, and hit rate. We still can't get away from that stupid hit rate. Okay, well obviously this is better, but it's still terrible. Let's change effects. Defense and elemental damage. Okay, okay. So we can lock this. Why does it keep wanting to give me this trash? And then change effects. Crit rate and elemental. Sure. All right. All right. So we got crit rate and elemental. Charge speed, max line, and ammo. Elemental and crit rate. Elemental, crit rate, critical damage. Okay, this is decent. I'm not that stressed about like optimizing my milk. These are actually some decent rolls. Somehow we didn't manage to get any attack lines, but I got 3 elemental lines. And some other decent things on there. So, cool. Milk can stay as is. You also need to overload your boots on her. It's the last thing, right? It's always the last thing. Union Raid was also a good time, and we did well. Yeah, so we're still not where we want to be in Union Raid. By the way, if anybody's watching right now, I am still trying to recruit for 1 more person in the Union. We are looking for 1700k or higher, so 1.7 million total CP. So it is hard. There's not a lot of players out there that can beat that standard. But we're trying to get one more. So we have historically been a top 50 union, but we had to rebuild it. We had some people leave. We've had some people retire, and there is one more person that wants to retire. So I am recruiting. But yeah, we did better than we did last time. We were closer to that top 50. So yeah, good work, everybody. Lone Syndicate says 99% not, 100% we still don't have a single nikke that scales with defense. True. However, the reason why I say 99% is because I would argue that there are some nikkes where like they're not really there to do any damage at all. And this is like very, very few, right? But I would argue that I would actually rather have a defense stat on, for instance, Noah than have like elemental damage. Which, I mean, sounds like, again, there's like almost no cases where this is true, but like there are a couple where I think even though defense still kind of sucks, it's like maybe relevant for them, you know? Lone Syndicate says, I will say Milk doesn't really need attack line since she gives herself so much attack. It's true, it's true. So like this is a good point to bring up, something that I've talked about in other videos, where like some buffs like fall off a lot because of the buffs that the characters get themselves. So Lone Syndicate brings up a great point where like the relevancy of like 10% attack or whatever from Overload is not necessarily that high because she's giving herself like over 100% attack buff, right? So it's like it's not gonna buff up the damage as much as like it, well, technically it will increase the damage as much, but you're not going to see as high of a percentage increase as you would on like a unit that doesn't already come with a big attack buff. Are we going to try Anchor Panic since out of Etheria? Probably not. So, you know, I'm feeling really happy right now where I'm at with Nikke and Silver and Blood. And I don't think I'll get into any gacha games or mobile games anytime in the near future. It might be a good game, but I think I'm kind of like happy with where I'm at for the moment. All right, let's go to Simulation Room. We got to make sure we get our double rewards here. Oop.
보셨나요? 당신의 왕이 승리를 가져왔답니다.
Alright, I think the only thing we have left is Tribe Tower. We got all... Oh no, tomorrow is all towers. Okay, alright. So just Missilus. Hydrate, everybody. Hydrate. Hello, Quincy. Easy clear. I anticipate 3 easy ones in a row here, probably. And I think we'll end the stream with opening a mold. Maybe my luck has changed. It's been pretty bad recently. Remember last stream I opened like 3 molds and did like 5 blue ticket pulls and didn't get a single SSR? It was brutal. Thanks to about 35 seconds of this. These stages feel like they take forever. "15 seconds. Jack says defense doesn't scale well at all. Yeah, it's interesting how different games will do their damage formulas, right? Like, crit has historically been kind of bad in Nikke 2, although probably more relevant than defense. But then you have, like, Etheria, and, like, crit was actually, like, the best stat in the game. Like, cut me with your swords, Modernia. Oh, she was about to go down for a super, but got shot down instead. And they had defense as a good stat on some characters. Probably the only game you saw that made use of that stat. It's true. Like, generally defense is, like, not super great in most games. It is true. Etheria did do some things right. I mean, honestly, like, you know, I've said it many times. Like, the core of it, the battle system, you know, like, it was good. It had the potential. It had the potential. Okay, it's time to get moldy, guys. Here we go. Mid-quality mold. Anise. Okay, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. Come on. Don't make me lose all my molds for no reason again. Good lord, are we gonna get all the counters? It just got rappy. Ugh, okay. Okay, this is insane. We'll do one more. One more. Okay. This is our last one, and then it is what it is. God damn Delta. All right, that's it, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. It's been a great stream as always. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Again, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate a sub or a follow. That would really help me out. And just thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Next stream will be on Tuesday, and we're going to be doing viewer polls. So Malk has a ton of stuff saved up for his account. It's always a good time doing viewer account polls. So yeah, tune in for that if you want. And I will catch you guys in the next video or stream. I hope you guys have a great day, night, morning, whatever it is for you. And I will catch you guys in the next video or stream.